Did you know that the internet was initially invented for military purposes? It's true. So too were cell phones and the Humvee. Many of society's most prominent technology breakthroughs have been adapted from their original military application for civilian use. And when it comes to military technology, mainly weapons, there is no end to imagination and creativity. Many of the weapons being developed or in use by the military all over the world today seem straight out of science fiction. So in this video, we'll show you some of the most insane military technologies and vehicles worldwide, so stay tuned till the end. But before starting, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And now, let's get started. 10. Tactical Tech. This is a pretty big and intimidating gun at 56 inches long, 18 inches tall, and 8 inches wide. Although at just 16 pounds, it isn't loaded with bullets. It's packed with 14.4-volt lithium batteries. This is the Drone-A-Gun Tactical from Drone Shield, a counter-drone weapon used by military units worldwide. In recent years, military and commercial drones have started posing substantial security risks to almost every country on the map, like in 2018, when the president of Venezuela narrowly survived an attack by 2 drones carrying explosives in an apparent assassination attempt. Drone-Gun Tactical was designed to help eliminate that threat. Using radio frequency jamming to disrupt operator links, it can drop drones over 1.5 miles away. All an operator needs to do is maintain a line of sight and squeeze the trigger. 9. SKYWALL 100. Now, not all anti-drone weapons rely on frequency jammers. The SKYWALL 100, designed by British company OpenWorks, is another drone defense solution, although this one gets more physical with the drones at hand. The shoulder-mounted compressed gas gun weighs roughly 22 pounds, but this bazooka isn't packing batteries. Once the intelligence scope has locked onto the target's range and the trigger is squeezed, it launches a projectile carrying a net. This wraps around the drone and prevents its blades from working. As it drops out of the sky, a tiny parachute attached to the net deploys, ensuring the drones won't plummet to the ground, which would be a big problem in crowded areas. The SKYWALL 100 can also be rapidly reloaded, meaning a single operator can take down multiple targets in minutes. No wonder they call it a Skywall. 8. TIRELESS aimbot. Out in the field, military snipers are often faced with some of the most challenging working conditions. It can be impossible to get a good shot if it's windy, dusty, or their target won't stay still. But in 2014, the United States Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency presented snipers with a game-changer, self-guided sniper bullets. The Extreme Accuracy Tasked Ordnance Program, EACA. X-Acto uses specially designed ammunition with a real-time optical guidance system. This directs the bullet to the target by compensating for most conditional elements, like wind and poor visibility. It even works if the user barely has any experience with a sniper rifle. You can see that even when the rifle user is untrained, the .50 caliber bullet still hits the target even when it moves. Intriguingly, the test program ended in 2015, and any further developments of the tech have been kept under wraps. But in 2016, Russia came forward with its version of the Smart Bullet, claiming it could hit targets more than 6 miles away. 7. The Minesweeper. Tanks are arguably the most essential battlefield vehicle for smashing through enemy lines and allowing the infantry to advance. But one of their little-known cousin vehicles, the M1150 Assault Breacher, is just as important. This heavily armored 65-ton combat vehicle is based on the M1 Abrams tank chassis. But unlike a regular tank, this vehicle is equipped with a mine plow and line charges. These are features specially designed to help rid paths and roads of hidden bombs and landmines the troops and vehicles can pass through safely. To do this, first, the M1150 uses a line charge. These rockets carry a string of explosives 500 feet forward, detonating and discharging any mines hidden in the ground. Then the vehicle moves forward with the 15-foot-long mine plow. This lifts and clears any remaining explosives from the bottom, pushing them out to the side and away from the vehicles about to come through. The ski arms reach out of the front to guide different sections of the plow, ensuring it's at a constant depth of 14 inches so as not to shunt too deeply into the terrain and get the vehicle stuck. 6. Tireless tires. There's nothing worse than getting a flat tire, but could you imagine getting one in the middle of an active war zone? Like changing a tire wasn't hard enough without bullets and shrapnel whipping past your head. Thankfully, many military vehicles worldwide use run-flat tires, pneumatic tires with a solid donut-like insert in the middle. The aptly named Resilient Technologies designed the non-pneumatic tire. Using a polymeric web in a honeycomb structure between the tread band and the rim, the wheel conforms around objects, similar to an air-filled tire, while completely puncture-resistant. This means vehicles sporting them can handle shrapnel, rough conditions, and difficult terrain without fearing getting a flak and being stranded. 5. Cornucopia. In urban combat, nothing is riskier than sticking your head out from a corner, like over a wall or around a corner, to try and see where your enemies are. If only there were a way to shoot around corners like this. The corner shot is a mechanism that mounts a semi-automatic pistol or grenade launcher at the front, which remotely links to a trigger on the back end. This allows the front section to rotate up to 60 degrees left and right around corners, while a digital camera feeds the user a view of what lies around the bend. This means users can fire the weapon and hit a target up to 650 feet away, all from the safety of complete cover. 4. The PHASR. As chaotic as war can be, you might be surprised to learn that it has a few rules. In 1995, the United Nations issued a protocol banning the use of laser weapons designed to permanently blind or diminish someone's sight. After that, most UN countries decided to drop research into laser blinding weapon technology. But not the US. In 2006, at Kirtland Air Force Base, the US Department of Defense developed this prototype weapon, which looks like something straight out of Star Trek. And considering it's called the Personal Halting and Simulation Response, or PHASR for short, it sounds like it too. It's a non-lethal laser dazzler that uses low-intensity and two-wavelength lasers to disorient and blind a target temporarily. So, in 2021, the US Navy did announce its plan to develop a compact, portable, high-energy laser weapon system. It's not going to be used on humans, though. It'll be designed to tackle drones and other crewless aerial vehicles. 3. The Fire Scout. The Northrop Grumman MQ-8 Fire Scout series is an entirely uncrewed helicopter designed to provide reconnaissance, situational awareness, aerial fire support, and precision targeting for ground, air, and sea forces. Able to stay in the air for up to 12 hours with a maximum payload capacity of some 700 pounds, it's like a larger and more capable drone. Along with an autonomous flight control system, the converted copter has an integrated series of advanced sensors that generate full-motion video in both day and low-light conditions. Not only that, but in 2021, they were adapted to deploy ultrasonic sonobuoys into the sea. These little devices use sound energy to detect enemy ships, submarines, and even mines in the water before sending the data back to the Fire Scout, which is then relayed to a manned unit. This method keeps the pilots and the crew of nearby ships out of harm's way while providing detailed developments in waters up to 100 miles away. Man, is there anything this machine can't do? 2. ORBS. In 2020, the US Air Force made a shocking claim. By 2023, it would start fielding the use of flying cars. They didn't call them flying cars, they called them ORBS, Organic Resupply Buses. This expressly referred to Joby Aviation's S4, a hybrid vehicle combining a car-like chassis with 6 rotors carrying up to 5 people. With vertical takeoff and landing capabilities, once it's in the air, it can travel at a top speed of 200 miles per hour within a 150-mile range. But here's the best part. It's 100 times quieter than a helicopter. The military can't wait to get their hands on them because they have massive potential for missions involving medical evacuation, firefighting, disaster response, and humanitarian relief operations. 1. K9 Vision. While militaries worldwide rely heavily on intimidating tech to get the edge on the enemy, many also use something furrier. Service dogs have been used in military operations worldwide since the late 19th century, with jobs ranging from messengers to explosive detection and attack forces. And as a military tech for humans has evolved, it has for dogs as well, thanks to the French innovation of the K9 Vision system, also known as Rex Specs. These are goggles with an attached collar that contain a specially designed K9 camera system. The camera is located at the top of the goggles, which captures everything the dog sees before transmitting the footage wirelessly to a nearby handler. This allows units to assess a situation before sending their soldiers and while able to keep constant tabs on their faithful hounds. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe to our channel and we'll see you next time.